Right, hello people, I just thought I'd walk you through what I've been up to. So lately, for the past few weeks, well, a week or 2 weeks, I've been designing this phone case. Now, it may not be a big deal to many people, a phone case for example, but to me, it is quite important because I take it everywhere obviously and I use it quite a lot. But I just like to have it handily. How do I say it? I like it rugged, I like it grippy, I like it modern, I like it the way I designed it myself. I like to have a fingering. So for example, this one's got quite a few functions. So let me walk you through it. So here I have so many different pieces that I went through for prototyping. And I went through quite a lot, as you can see. So let's start off with the functions. So you can see here at the back I have a mount. And this is also on my bike, for example, this system. So I'm not sure if I can do this one hand, so let's use my knees. So for example, I would take this here and I'll lock it in place like that. Now on my bike, it's also got a massive magnet here and it's got a built-in magnet here as well. So as you can see, for example, this is one of the prototype pieces. That's where the magnet would be inserted here. Or this one, this is more of the later ones. Second, it's got a credit card slot here. I'm not going to pull it out because I don't want you to see it all, but yeah, so that's a credit card slot that goes in and out and it's very tight so it doesn't fall out. Now it's not actually easy to disassemble this because as you can see, it's got 4 bolts here, 8 bolts, and you can see I made it with steps, so this one is protruding more than this one. And the way I went about it is, first I was going to use 4 different parts, and I did do it with 4 different parts, but it just felt really bulky. But for the 4th part I decided, wait a minute, why not I just this part's unnecessary, so I just cut this away, or this area as well. And that was a very good idea. That just made it look so much more modern. And this cut out, and then I added these holes just for better ventilation, better airflow for the processor, because this is Asus ROG Phone 2. It's a very fast phone and it does produce quite a lot of heat actually. So yeah, and they just look nice, these vents, and you can see the 2-tone underneath, the white underneath the black. Okay, now you also see a metal ring here. Now I find it's very important as well because I have multiple uses for that. So first of all, I use it as a stand. You can stand it up like that, stand it up a bit further at a second click, and if you're gentle you can place it the other way as well, but it's not, there we go, it stays like that as well, also like that as well. And lastly, I love holding it like this when I walk around, so I find that very, very nice. So yeah, that's really cool. I really enjoyed designing this actually, and it taught me quite a lot of new things because the application that I use for 3D modeling, 3ds Max, had a lot of limitations actually the way I was using it. I was using Boolean operand, and that was so limiting. It just kept on giving me errors and errors and errors. And on this group that I'm in, Stack, they advised me to use this plugin called TY-Flow that just like gets rid of all those dodgy problems, and that really helped me out. And yeah, so learning that was very, very useful. Also, you can see at the back and at the sides I've got a very, very lovely texture. Let me see if I can zoom in. Look at that, how nice that is. And yeah, you just can't see any, you can't tell that this is printed at all. It's just so lovely. I love it, look at that. Got a cutout for the thumb, cutout for the ring. Yeah, it's just lovely. Look at that. Yeah, it's very modern, very nice. And you can see this clicks in. All I had to do was just make a little corner just behind this. Love it. Also, this took me quite a few revisions, the buttons themselves actually, because it was very precise, just the right amount of click, but very satisfying. Also, so although at the back you can see this is printed on a textured bed. Let me show you. So yeah, as you can see, that printed very nice texture. And this is just PETG, Asus PETG, and it's just printed on this bed using Wham Bam textured powder coated bed sheet. So that was lovely. But for the sides, obviously that's not printed on the side, is it? It's actually printed just with a Prusa Slicer fuzzy skin feature. So that was just beautiful. Look at that. And the screws, I purposefully left them revealed because I just think it makes it look even more industrial. It's perfect for the vibes that, for the look that is me, I guess. Represents me. Now, I'm not exactly done this for selling or anything because it's quite an old phone actually, Asus ROG Phone 2. I mean, Asus ROG Phone 5 is out, so it's not like anyone's gonna really buy this. And then if I was to sell it, God, what the hell would I sell this for? It's not like I would sell it for 20 quid or something, because that takes quite a lot of parts to print and a lot of time to print. And what kind of profit am I gonna make? Like what, £2? It's just not worth it. If something like this would be more batch sold. So it's not really for that. This was just more for me, just for fun, for design purposes. But anyway, so yeah, so that's the main features: button, fuzzy skin, textured PETG. All these are printed in PETG, Asus PETG, and then textured back as well. Fingering. This was designed based on the rock form design for the phone mount, so that attached to my bike, and the other mounts like this. Credit card holder, which is great, so now I don't really have to reach for my wallet. I could just pull it out when I'm just traveling, for example, to use it on travel. So that's that. Cut out for the cameras, just perfect, love it. Anyway, just talk about this quickly. So yeah, I went for a lot of prototypes. So I started with the base shape of the phone. That I just bought, I think, from CG Trader, the original Asus ROG Phone model, and then I had to rebuild that model because it didn't have any insides. It didn't have the borders joined, so I had to rebuild it completely, and which is where TY Flow came in. So yeah, once I built that, I started designing the other parts. I started designing the main features that I wanted, which was the rock form mount. So that was getting it to fit correctly. So there's that, and making sure it fits. This was very rugged because this isn't flexible filament, this is plastic, this is PETG, so it's very rigid. So when I popped it on the phone, it was very hard to take off at this. Now I'm still using, I told you I initially printed it 4 pieces because initially I had the middle, the edge of the phone in 2 pieces, like you can see it was that thin before, but then I decided, wait a minute, it just didn't look right, it didn't line up, and things were not very rigid, so I decided to do it only 3 pieces. So let's just quickly go through them. So this is the front of the phone, I think, and yeah, this all front of the phone, and then this is the back of the phone pieces. Well, look at all these prototypes, a lot of wasted plastic, it's different revisions, and then the very back of the phone, which is actually really cool looking piece. So as you can see, a lot of wasted plastics. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from the phone stuff. What am I doing? I am making a keyblade, an ornamental keyblade. So this is the official one from who manufactured this? I don't remember who. Was it Square? I think it's Square, and I think it was sold by Square. I mean, sometimes they have different vendors, different makers. But yeah, to be honest, like, looking at it now, to be honest, it's very, very cheaply made. I don't like the way it feels or holds. But anyway, I'm still going to keep that, the original keyblade. But the ornaments one is going to be nice when I'm going to finish it. Got a lot of ideas for it, so you'll see when that comes up. What am I printing? I'm printing now. So I'm continuing with the print for the ornamental Kingdom Hearts keyblade. So that's going well. And here I'm still doing articulated toys, so this is going to be a roast turtle. Got lots of articulated toys here, which are great. I love them very much. And this is my glory wall, glorious wall. I still haven't done a photo shoot of the spider or the engine blade, which I really need to do because they are just incredible. Look at them. But yeah, look at that. How beautiful is that? I just got them permanently connected to the wall, so you can see power going down into the down there. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Take care.